Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Kill Team Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa de Neil, where I am about to fight a 100-point kill team battle between my Deathwatch and Neil's Tyranids. We've got ourselves a good old purging going on here, purging the alien. The Deathwatch, the xenos hunters themselves, the shield who slay, were sent in to go help on this planet that was suffering from a Tyranid invasion. They had been sent when the shadow in the warp was felt coming into the system, and this kill team was sent in to go help out and have been striking at Tyranid incursions at specific points. So here in one of the power sectors, providing power to the void shields of this high city, they were sent in to go clear out the Tyranid infection to make sure that these power generators will keep on running in order for the void shields to remain up and for the Tyranids to stay outside of this particular hive city. So that's the story that we've got going on here. We are going to be playing the Strike at the Heart mission from from Kill Team 2019 Annual. And essentially what happens is all of these guys here, we are going to have at the end of the game, if for each enemy, each player scores 1 victory point for each enemy model that was taken out of action. To a maximum of 5 is what we're going to cap it at, just because of the disparity of models that we each have here. We're going to cap it at 5. And at the end of the game, if you control your own objective, your home objective, you score 1 point. If you control your enemy's objective, you score 3 points. Also, during the morale phase, if the enemy controls your home objective, so your objective, then you suffer a -1, an additional, or you suffer an additional 1 penalty. Add 1 to all of your nerve tests that you have to take that turn. So that is the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 kill teams that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Deathwatch, my kill team will consist of, from left to right, my leader, who is a watch sergeant with a xeno phase blade and a bolter. We then have a heavy specialist with an Inferno heavy bolter. We then have a Vanguard veteran with a jump pack, power fist, and grav pistol, which will be my combat specialist. I then have a black shield with a power sword and a bolter. He will be my zealot specialist. And I have a veteran with a power sword and a bolter, who will be just a regular guy. And for the Tyranids, his kill team will consist of, from left to right here, we have the leader, who is a lictor. We then have a Gene Stealer, who is the combat specialist. We have a warrior heavy specialist with a venom cannon. And we have a Termagant scout specialist with a devourer. And we have 8 Hormagaunts.
Cool, man. 3 in 1.
Alrighty, so here we go. Showing the deployment, we have my kill team here. We've got my combat specialist on the side over here with his jump pack ready to go. We got my black shield over here. We've got my leader. We have my regular veteran, and then we have my heavy specialist with the Inferno heavy bolter on the side over here. Going over deployment for the Tyranids, we've got his warrior back over there. We've got Hormagaunts for days with a Gene Stealer as an emphasis in the middle. We have his scout back over there, and we have his lictor back over there. So that is deployment. We will now roll off to see who has initiative on turn 1. I rolled a 3, my opponent rolled 2 3s. So doubling my score there, it will be Tyranids turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Tyranids here on turn 1. Lots of moving, everybody advanced. He advanced, he advanced. This guy advanced down over here. These 2 guys advanced up here. He advanced, and he advanced. Everybody just streaming across the board here, looking to get into my guys' faces over here. These guys, his warrior over here readied, as did his scout, and this guy just scooted over this way to sit on the objective. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. For the Tyranids, we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Deathwatch. All right, movement phase here for the Deathwatch. My combat specialist is going to jump pack charge into his guy over here. That'll get him in. My zealot specialist is going to charge into his guy over here. That'll get him in. My leader is going to charge into his combat specialist and the other guy over there. Got to get it with a 7. And then my guy over here is going to charge into the guy up top here. I need a 7-inch charge to make this. I'm not going to make that. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. Oh, and I do make it. I saw the 1. I gave up hope, but I shouldn't have. I made it. Woo! And then my heavy specialist is going to ready over here. All right. All right, so into the shooting phase. He actually doesn't have line of sight from his guys to my guy, because the only one that's not engaged over here. So he is going to fire his heavy bolter portion into his leader over there. So it's going to be 3 shots. Hitting on, he's -1 for chameleonic skin, -1 for obscurement. So looking for 5s to hit. Getting 2 hits. These are strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s. Oh, no, those aren't. That's a Hormagaunts I chose as my mission tactic there. So no wounds. Blomp. Alrighty, so we're going to start the fight phase with my combat specialist into his Hormagaunt over here. I'm going to have 2 attacks +1 because of being combat specialist. These are going to be hitting on 4s because of the -1 because of the power fist. That's still going to be 3 hits, squishing on 2s. Yeah, he is going to have all 3. So the first one, D3 damage.
Yeah, what's the saving throw?
1 damage. All right. So I only get the 1. See if he's out. But with that 4, he is. Oof. All right, so now his Hormagaun's going to attack into my veteran up here. So he's going to have 3 attacks with the Scything Talons there, hitting on 4s, getting 1 hit. Strength 3, so 5s to wound. That is a wound. AP, nothing. 3 up save. He's good. All right, so now the Hormagaun's going to attack into my Sergeant over here. That's going to be 1 hit. That is going to be, no wound. He needs a 5 because of strength 3. All right, so now his Gene Steel over here is going to attack me with his Acid Maw. He's going to have 4 attacks because he's a combat specialist, hitting on 3s. All hits, wounding on 4s. That's going to be 1 wound. AP -3 because of Acid Maw means that I am going to be looking for a 6-up save. Show me that Phil face. No, the opposite there. Anything would have gone through. He's only got the 1 wound, so let's see if he's out. No, you got to spend a CP to re-roll that.
Yes, I will.
Oh, flesh wound. All right, focus. Here we go. That is it for turn 1. We're going to roll to see his initiative going into turn 2. I rolled an 8. My opponent rolled a 9, so it's going to be Tyranid's turn. Have the initiative. All right, moving phase for the Tyranids. Everybody in his back line over here readied themselves. This guy advanced down and across and back up over on this side. They stayed in combat over here. He stayed in combat up here. He advanced across over this way, and he is going to charge into my heavy guy. So I will fire Overwatch here, looking for the heavy flamer first. That's going to be 3 hits. That is going to be 2 wounds, AP -1.
I can't.
Oh, they don't have any save? Oh, there's no save, so injury roll. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that. Into a 5, he's out of action.
So
and then this guy over here is going to charge into my guy, Overwatching.
I can't fail.
No 6s there, so here comes his charge. He is definitely in. Now into the Deathwatch turn here. He's going to ready himself. They're both going to stay in combat. He has to stay in combat because he just got charged. And he's going to charge into this guy over here. And he's in.
What it is.
All right, so now my heavy specialist here is going to fire into his dude bro over here, his Lictor. So we're going to fire the heavy flamer first. He's going to fire both profiles, but we'll do the heavy flamer first. Only getting 1 hit. But it is a wound, AP -1.
He saves on a 5, becomes a 6.
AP -1 becomes 5 becomes a 6. Yeah, so he takes 1 wound there.
His save is
Yeah, and then I've got the -3 now to the heavy bolter shots because he's -1 for shooting both profiles and -2 for obscurement since he is Lictor with chameleonic thing there. Nope, no hits there. All right, so starting out the fight phase, his Hormagon here will go into my Black Shield, hitting on 4s. That's going to be all hits. That's how you do that. 5s and 6s to wound. Getting 2 wounds there. 3 up saves. Making 1, failing 1. I'm going to spend my other CP to reroll that. No! Okay, so he will take a wound. Let's see if he is out of action. Oh, and a 5 he is.
Ugly.
And now my combat specialist is going to attack over here. Oh, I should point out that he did consolidate into my sergeant over there. So my combat specialist is going to attack over here. 3 attacks, hitting on 4s because it's a power fist. Oh, no hits. All right, so now his Gene Stealer is going to attack into my sergeant. He's going to have 4 attacks because he is the combat specialist. Hitting on 3s. That's going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. No wound's going to spend a CP to reroll one of those.
Yes.
That is a wound. AP -3, so looking for a filled face. Show me that filled face! Oh, Inception! No, it's not enough. +1 to this because he's already got a flesh wound. 4, he's out. And then my veteran up here is going to attack back. He's got 2 attacks. That's going to be 1 hit. Rerolling 1s because of mission tactic against the Hormagons. That is a wound. AP -3 is going to go straight through. But on a 2, he takes a flesh wound. So now his Hormagon over here is going to attack into me.
4s?
Hitting on 5s because he's got a flesh wound. But that's still a hit.
Take it. On a 5 again.
That is a wound. That's not a save. No. Injury roll.
I can't reroll him.
On a 6, he's out. And now his guy over here is going to attack into me. Hitting on 3s. Or 4s, but that's 4. That's 3 hits. That is 1 wound. Oh no!
Come on.
Don't do it. Oh, flesh wound.
I've got 12.
Alrighty, so that's the end of turn 2. I have to roll to see if I'm broken because that was a brutal turn for the Deathwatch there. Man, I got slaughtered as they got into combat there with the bugs. So, I'm gonna roll. I've got a leadership 8 is my highest. I thought that was gonna be a 10. But I passed that, so I'm not broken, but he does have a flesh wound, so he does have to take a nerve test because there's 3 others there. Oh man, I thought there was gonna be 6. All right, with the 2, he is good to go. So that's gonna be the end of turn 2. So we'll roll to see who has initiative going into turn 3. I rolled a 5, my opponent rolled a 7. We'll come back to you with Tyranids movement phase. Movement phase for the Tyranids. Everybody in the back line again is going to hold position and ready themselves. He is going to stay in combat over there. He moved on to the objective over here, this Hormagon, and now we're going to have a bunch of charges. So the first one we're going to do is he is going to charge 8 inches into my guy over here. He's in. And now this Termagon over here is going to charge into my heavy specialist. Heavy flamer first. It's going to get 4 hits. Pretty good. That is going to be 3 wounds at AP -1. Let's see if he is out. Let's see if he's out. He is out. And now his combat specialist is going to charge heavy flamer. Only 1 hit. And that is a wound though. So AP -1, 5 up invul.
5.
No. So let's see if he's out. No, he takes a flesh. Oh, I'm going to spend my 1 CP that I get because my leader is dead. Oh, flesh wound. All right.
6 to get you. This is what a reroll.
Here comes the charge. I can't shoot. So yeah. So he's in with that 6.
Exactly.
But I couldn't fire the rest of the heavy bolters. Doesn't matter because that's the end of the. Once he takes a flesh wound. Once I'm doing an injury roll on him, that's it for the weapon. And it's not 2 weapons. It's 2 parts of the same weapon. So he doesn't get to keep going with that. Correct. And now his Lictor's gonna charge in here. 6 or more will get him in. Oh, he's in.
He charged.
All right, so shooting phase over because my 2 guys are engaged, and he got charged, so he can't shoot his pistol in combat. So the guy who charged into him over here is going to attack. 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. That's going to be 1 hit, wounding on a 5. Oh, that's a wound. Oh, but that's a save with a fill face. So now his combat specialist is going to attack over here into my heavy specialist. He's going to use the acid maw here. He's going to have 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 1 hit. That is not a wound. All right, so now the lictor is going to attack over here. He's got 3 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 2s. That's going to be 2 hits. And these are strength 6, so 3s to wound. That's going to be 1 wound. AP minus 1, so looking for a 4-up save. No, I failed it. So 2 damage, 2 injury rolls. Oh, double 6s. He's way out. And then into the regular fight phase, his guy gets to go first since he has the initiative over here. That's going to be 2 hits. That is going to be 1 wound. Going to spend a CP to re-roll 1, or are you going to wait for the injury roll? See, well, it's up to you. Going to spend that CP to re-roll. No, so it's just going to be the 1 wound there. Here we go. 3-up save. Oh, but he's good with the fill phase. Woo! Now my combat specialist is going to attack. I'm going to put 1 attack into him, 2 attacks into him. So we'll do the 2 into him first. That's going to be 1 hit. That is a wound, D3 damage. Going to be doing 2 damage, his injury roll. And that's 6, he's out. It was AP minus 3, that's why there was no save there. So, and into this guy over here. That is a hit. That is a wound. That is going to be 2 damage. And that 6 means he's out. Oh, baby, it's not over yet. All right, so that's the end of turn 3. We will now have a break test with my guys because I've only got the 1 guy left. So let's see. 8 is his leadership. So 7, he's still there. But he does have to take a nerve test since he's got a flesh wound and there's 4 guys out, so 4 plus. 5 is 9. That would be a fail, but and they shall know no fear. With that 2, he's good to go. So we will now roll for initiative to see who will have it in turn 4. I rolled a 5. My opponent rolled a 5, so we will re-roll. I rolled a 6. My opponent rolled a 9, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Tyranids. Movement phase for the Tyranids. These guys are still holding back over there on the objective. I like to imagine that maybe that's like a pile of dead workers there that they're just munching on or something. And then over to here, his guy here is going to charge into my guy. I cannot see him, so he's going to have to make a 7-inch charge to get in.
7 or 8.
7 will get him in. And then those guys just moved over there. And now his Termagon is, or Hormagon is going to attack into me over here. 3 attacks. That's all hits. Oh, buddy. That is 1 wound. But that is a save. Here comes my Power Fist. That is going to be 2 hits. That is going to be 2 dead. Or 2 squishes. But only doing 1 damage. Injury roll. Is a flesh wound.
I'm missing 1, 2.
Alrighty, so that's going to be the end of the turn here. My opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys left on the table. No, you're good. It's more than half has to be out. So you're not taking... Okay. Yeah, but you do have to take a nerve test up here. Unless you want to spend the 1 CP for Insane Bravery.
Why not? Because I got tons to burn.
Let's go spend a CP for Insane Bravery on him over there. I do have to take a break test. But on 7, I'm good to go. I do have a nerve test. So I've got 4 plus 4 plus 1 because of the them holding my home objective there. So 5 plus 4 is 9. I got to re-roll it because of and they shall know no fear. With the 3, 5, 9, oh, 8, he's good to go because he is a veteran. So that is the end of turn 4. This could be the end of the game. So why don't you roll to see if it's the end. On a 3 plus, we go on to a turn 5. Oh, we are. So let's see who has initiative. I rolled a 7. My opponent rolled a 9. We'll come back to you with the Tyranids. Alrighty, so his Lictor is going to charge on in here. He needs a 7-inch charge to get in. And he's in. And these guys are going to stay in place again. And so is his Gene Stealer over here. So staying on that objective for the points. Charger gets to go first over here. So here comes his Lictor. Hitting on 2s. That's all hits. Strength 6, so 3s to wound. Ooh, just the 1. Gonna spend a CP to reroll 1.
Down to 3.
Down to 3 over here.
Burn 1.
No! 1 into a 1. I got a t-shirt you might be interested in there. And now we have AP minus 1, right? or AP minus 2. 1 second. Yep, AP minus 1, so here we go. But he makes it on the 4! Now into the regular attacks, his Termagant gets to go. Hormagant gets to go. Minus 1 because he does have a flesh wound. So that's going to be 1 hit still.
5 again.
No wound. My combat specialist putting everything into his leader over there. Hitting on 4s. Oh, baby, that's 2 hits. Strength 8, so 2s to wound. That is 1 wound. I'm going to spend my 1 CP. Yep, that's going to be 2 wounds. He doesn't have an invul save, does he? So that 3 is going to go through. So the first one, D3 damage, does 1 damage down to 2. And then 3 damage to him there. So let's see if he's out of action. And on that 4, he is. All right, so that is going to be the end of turn 5 here. We both have to take a break test. So let's see if I got my break test. Oh no, I am broken. All right, so let's see. I do have this, so it's going to be +5 because he still holds my objective over there. On the 2, he's good to go, so he's not going to be shaken. And now you have to do it. The warrior is what?
9.
9 on the warrior, so his leadership is just good enough. And now, but he does have a flesh wound up here, so this guy needs a 1 to survive. No, so he is going to be shook. All right, so now we're going to roll to see if we go on to a turn 6. No, we do not. So that is going to be the end of the game. At the end of the game, I scored 5 victory points for killing 5 or more guys. My opponent scored 4 victory points for killing guys, but then he scores 3 victory points for holding this objective and 1 victory point for holding that objective. So it will be a Tyranid victory, 8-5. Man, that was a brutal game. That first turn, I'm like, well, this is looking really good for the Deathwatch. It's everything that I wanted in close combat. You know, I was able to shoot with my shooty guy. I was like, this is what I wanted. This is what I needed. And then turn 2 happened. And you just started slaughtering me left and right. And I was like, well, that's not how I thought this was going to go. But man, that was a ton of fun. A ton of fun. It just shows you sometimes just overwhelming numbers will get you in this game. You know, you just keep rolling those. If you keep rolling dice, you're eventually going to get the rolls that you need. So, man, a brutal game, but a ton of fun. A ton of fun. I had a great time. So, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Neil, and until next time, stay safe and have fun.